beginning of your process and trusting in it is knowing that you gotta trust. You have to trust your instincts.
Right.
Your instincts, you have to trust them.
Why your pet feel messy? Because seeing some things people know to go pray and talk to God about it, but then they won't move ahead of with God have planned to take you through and stuff. So you need to learn how to
Amen.
be patient
Right.
and wait on God.
You're learning as you go, and each piece, each day, each moment, second, month, year, you building a foundation that's unshakable.
Right. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Three Hearts, One Beat. Well, I'm Lee,
And I'm Kim.
And I'm V.
and today, guys, our episode and video will be on trust the process. And trusting the process, also, it could always be that messy part in the beginning part. Like, not understanding them, what you're, honestly, you're not understanding where you want to start, where you want to go, what you want to do, the things that's going on. Then you're trying to figure out, why is it happening to me? You're just trying to figure
Right.
out different things. And it's like, at that point, everything, basically, it's like having a puzzle and everything is all over the place. And you're trying to you're trying to put it back together. You're trying to not put it back together, but put it together to make the story make sense.
Right.
To just not the people who may be watching you, but to yourself. Trying to make it feel understandable. So the beginning could always be the messy part of the process where you just don't get it. You don't know where to go to, who to talk to, who to trust. You know what I'm saying? But the whole while, that's when you have to find where you could start going and start trusting and start believing in yourself. You have to believe in you to get out of the messy phase of the process, and it take a lot.
And you know what? Another thing about why your pet feel messy, because seeing some things people know to go pray and talk to God about it, but then they won't move ahead of what God have planned
True.
to take you through and stuff. So you need to learn how to
Amen.
be patient
Right.
and wait on God. He know every step his path he gonna show you and take you through that he wants you to see, but you getting frustrated like if God is moving too slow, but he's not. He just showing you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because we all know, no matter what we do in life, the beginning is messy.
Very.
For one, because we don't understand what we're doing. It's a learning curve. You're doing a lot of research. You're doing a lot of studying. You got late nights staying up, reading, trying to understand what it is that you're doing. So, in the beginning, it get very messy. Because not only do we have to deal with the learning curve, you actually took that step out to do it. So, you basically learning in the moment, whatever it may be in life. And I'm going to talk about us because we on entrepreneur, business, our podcast. In the beginning, it's messy
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of learning, a lot of ups and
Still
downs.
is.
Each video on my end, I'm doing like the editing.
Right.
And each video is me trying to get the lighting, get the mics right, get this right, get that, while editing to put the content up there and getting everything done on the back end. On your end, it's researching and how you watch all the videos and to try to see, okay, how can I get better at posting? What's my time? What's this? How I got to do it? What I got to phrase? What titles I got to use? Okay, do I got to use tags? So in the beginning, it's messy because you're learning.
Right.
And you basically learning from others who've been through it. And I think that's what helped the messy process a little bit, when somebody else have went through it and they telling their story.
Right.
And you like, okay, if they got through it, I just got to keep going. It's going to all click at one point. And with faith, the messy part is Well, I think you get little messy moments throughout because something always
It's
happens.
gonna always be a
Right.
situation.
So the
That's
messy
called a
and
testing phase. Go a testing and make sure you.
mm-hmm. In the beginning is very messy because you praying and now you like, is I'm praying right? Um,
Right.
is I'm doing this right? Whole while he have a relationship with each one of us.
You really
Everybody
do.
relationship with the Lord is different.
Mm-hmm.
You have your own relationship. You have some people that's comical with him. He already know their character is comical. So he already know who we are. He
Right.
know he have some people that's serious and everything is by the book. And that's the relationship he have with them. He have the ones that's confused a little bit and always like doubting themselves like, I hope I'm praying good. I hope I'm reading my Bible enough and whatever.
Right.
So he already know the relationship. Like he know his complainers when they come. When they go talk to him, they go. But in the beginning,
Like, here this child come again. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
in the beginning, it's messy because you learning. But as you go and you realize the growth of your relationship with the Lord, it get less messy because now you starting to see, okay, this is the path. Now, and it's also messy because a lot of us don't want to go on the path that he had for us.
Right, because it's not.
Because
It's,
this wasn't me. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? If I could have been behind the scenes, I would do everything. Edit. Anything y'all need behind the scenes, I'm ready to do it. But,
He normally put you and take you out of your comfort zone.
right,
And maybe that's why it's also a little bit more messy because you stepping into unterritorial,
right,
uncomfortable situations because all of us, honestly, like, yeah, I talk to people, but being in front of the camera and putting myself out there, that's never was like something that was super easy for me. You know
hmm,
what I'm
I
saying?
know, me
But
too.
I had to get comfortable with it. And now I'm good with it, me. I'm good. I wasn't social media savvy 10, 15 years ago. That wasn't me. I
right,
wasn't on
And I'm still
Instagram.
not.
I
Although.
wasn't heavy on Facebook like that. Like, I'd
hmm,
be on there scrolling and watching, but for me to post
Posting
about
up.
me, yeah,
hmm,
that wasn't me.
Still ain't
So
me.
I feel like it's messy in the beginning because you learning so much.
right,
You learning yourself. You learning how to change things. I think we talked about it in one episode where you changing things about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
So it's like in the midst of changing things about yourself, you're like, should I have done that? Should I do this? Like, you going through all that process. And you trying to, it's like when you cleaning out your phone or you cleaning out your computer, I don't need this. I don't need that either. I don't, because now you starting to
and then
clean.
you're like, do I really? I
Need
like
that,
this
this.
picture. I really don't want to
I
get rid of.
don't need it like that.
Oh, I
Like,
really want this picture. You know,
right.
so
Right.
That's a part of the beginning of your process. Like, the beginning of your process and trusting in it is knowing that you gotta trust. You have to trust your instincts.
right,
Your instincts, you have to trust them. You may think you have it wrong. Trust me. I have my moments. I have my days where I be like, man, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I should have did something different. Or maybe I should have went this way. Or maybe I should have stayed that way. You know
hmm,
what I'm saying? But you learn along the way, like you say with the video. Now I'm getting comfortable with posting on the back end due to I'm still learning.
right,
It's still growing. It's a lot to learn. Didn't know that. That's a way out of my comfort zone.
right.
But I get it now. And it's okay. It's okay to just keep on,
That's why it's good to have a team to everybody have a part. Like,
mhm.
because for one person, now if you just one person and you doing it all, congratulations. I did that route before, you know what I'm saying? And I realized it was playing with my mental because it was so much that you had to do because you researching on all ends. You already teaching yourself how to do this. So it's like you teaching yourself how to do everything at
Mhm.
one time to make it work. But I thank God that you took on the part of making sure the content get posted. I just have to do my end and get better. So it was a messy beginning. Oh, that was a messy
Cause
beginning.
it'll play with you. It'll mess with you. Not just that, like anything in life. Like, like you was mentioning, when people start praying, that's a process to get to that,
Mm-hmm.
because some people feel like they don't know how to pray, but the whole while is no special technique
Right.
to praying. Is talking to God and speaking from your heart on how you feel.
Right.
Whether if you was upset, some people think they can't talk to God and let him know that they was mad. He already know.
Right.
Just talk to him about it. You sad, talk to him about it. No, it's no special technique to prayer. Just
Mm-hmm.
start that process and building that relationship with him, because that's all he want from you, is
Right.
to build that relationship, that intimacy relationship with him, because his love is unfailing. So, and I think also a part of the messiness, people don't want to mess up.
Mm-hmm.
People scared to mess up.
And when it get messy, a lot of us run because we be like, ooh, like, you know. And the messy part we talking about is the beginning, when you get all them trials
Mhm.
and tribulations, things not going right. Things is, it feel like you fumbling the whole way, and you not
Right.
truly understanding. Like, no matter what you do or how you do it is wrong. Like, that's the messy part. To me, it's also the learning part,
Right.
and you have to get past that part.
So, and then building, like, to get to the building that foundation, to where you not really doubting yourself as much. You got that foundation where you building it to be very unshakable,
Right.
unmovable.
And that's when you coming out from the like the messy stage, that beginning stage.
Hmm.
You basically, you're learning as you go, and each piece, each day, each moment, second, month, year, you building a foundation that's unshakable.
Right.
And when we do that, say for instance, like what we're doing, once you really get the swing of, okay, I understand what time I need to post. I understand how to get my titles. I understand how to do this. Okay, that part you could always like get better at it,
Hmm.
but that part of your foundation is done for the most part.
Right.
In the same way with me, like I had to learn how to basically edit. Now I go in there and it's some things I do and it's just second nature to, it's not, you remember in the beginning I was like, sis, some of this stuff I gotta keep watching the video every time I edit the next video, remember,
Hmm.
because I want to say it was on our cruising content, because like we would have the cruising videos whenever we go on a cruise, we'll upload our stuff and it'll be months, so
Hmm.
I will be editing like months at a time. So
Hmm.
when I go back, now it's like starting all over again with the editing process. And I'm like,
Hmm.
sis, I'm reteaching myself every time. So now that we're doing the podcast and it's a weekly thing, it's becoming second nature and I'm able to move a little bit faster because it's like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I know what this is. I know how to get. So that becomes like an unshakable foundation in that aspect. I know it could go, it's broad. It could go,
It go
it
anyway.
could go anywhere. I
Anyhow,
was
It's
just using that as an
your
example.
foundation is what your foundation is, to build a foundation where it's unshakable, unbreakable.
that is a
Like,
strong
is you
foundation.
have to build a strong foundation off of something, because your foundation
Mhm.
is your beginning.
Right.
And I think for me is the prayer,
Right.
because praying, and then also I would say lately recognizing is also reading my Bible more,
Mhm.
because when you start reading the Bible more, you start recognizing a lot of things is not different from
Right.
it,
It's the same.
and it's the same. And you like, the things that will bother you that go on in the world, it could still bother you because you're still human at the end of the day. But that's things that you be like, man, we this happened in the Bible. This was going on in the Bible, and it make sense. It's not that you don't care. It's now like, okay, God got this. You know what I'm saying? Even though
Mhm.
God got everything, you know what I mean? Like, that's a part of my beginning foundation, because I need something to stand on to
Me
keep
too.
me
That's
going.
mine is prayer. It's reading the Bible too, but it's mainly prayer. Are you ever see? I have noticed that y'all have this. Y'all got this already pat down it. And grown as I am, I'm this and stuff. I might get in my sometimes take my bath, do everything, get ready for bed, get in bed, and instantly I gotta jump up. I say, Kim, you ain't said your prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So you got,
Sometimes it don't feel right.
Right.
it just don't. You can't lay down. I don't know about nobody else. I can't sleep. I can't. If I don't, I just
I
feel like
understand.
and stuff and stuff. So that's one of mine. Trying to build a strong prayer foundation with the Lord and
Amen.
talk to Him and stuff. Cause he know what's going on, but he want to hear your verse. He want to
Mm-hmm.
hear
Right.
from you. He know all his children.
Right.
Right.
And I had the same thing. Like if I go lay down and I don't read my Bible and pray, I don't feel right. I gotta get up. I'm gonna cut that light on
Gotta get
and
up.
so I came accustomed to like making sure I do it every single night and every single morning before
I'm
now I feel better. Like my day don't feel right if I when I wake up. The first thing I do is talk to the Lord and I
right.
read. Before I go to bed at night, I talk to the Lord and I read. And when I don't do that, it just
Your day feel off.
right on my night.
Cause I have experienced that, like rushing to work, and to somebody put it on my mind, and I was like, right, basically rushing to work. I don't have time to pray right now because I'm gonna be late.
Hmm.
That don't even matter.
Right.
So the first thing, even now to this day, thank you God for waking me up before,
Amen.
cause Sky sleep in my room.
Yep.
So even when she jumping on me, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I be like, thank you God for waking me up this morning. If I wake up and don't say it, of course and come back and say my prayers. But my first thing is before
It's
I
talking to Him.
Amen.
is saying
Right.
is he's the first one I talk to in the morning,
Amen.
and then of
You don't want
course
to be the
she
last
did,
person you
he
talk to
talks to
before
her
you
at
go.
night,
Right.
right? So it has been times, I ain't get down on my knees and pray, but I lay in the bed, lay on my back, and just talk to God, just me and Him. And it's like I think Sky know when I'm talking to God, cause she just be laying there,
Hmm.
looking at me like I'm crazy. But it's okay. I think she understand what I'm doing. But also on the foundation side is piggybacking off of what you said. Now you get once God is your unshakable foundation, all the mess ups that you go through
Hmm.
is basically building a routine for yourself, building and stacking your bricks.
Right.
When you learning how to edit the videos, learning how to set up all of this take
Right.
time. Learning everything you need to learn. Well, like how she a cook. She like to cook. She build her foundation
Hmm.
of everything. She know what seasoning she need, how long this need to cook. I can cook this first, then I
Right.
can start cooking on that, so that can all get done at the same time. I can cut this oven on and put this in. She know what need to be done, so she built her foundation. So by the time now she know, okay, once I'm finished, I'm done.
Right.
I'm gonna wash my dishes while this cooking and that cooking. I'm gonna wash all my dishes, clean this up, put that up. So when I sit down and finish, you build your own foundation. Is whatever your routine look like to you. That's everybody's foundation is different.
Right.
But I feel like to make it unshakable and unbreakable, you have to put God
At this,
at that main part.
yeah, God
You
is
know what I'm
first with
saying?
everything.
Yes, you have to put Him at the main part to make it well. When you have those moments though, where something go wrong, like if she burns something in the kitchen, which is rare, but just saying she burned something in the kitchen, it's not that
Right.
screaming and yelling and cussing and
Getting agitated
getting
and
agitated.
irritated. Right.
You're like, okay, oh well, put that to the side, throw that away, or you could save it. Some stuff is savable, depending
Right.
on what it is, though.
And also like it goes like how we say we just hold different conversations on, where
Different
we at
things.
and different things, but also an unshakable bond for anyone who has a family. Say, the parents is the first, so once they get together and they set in place, they unshakable bond. Then when they raise their kids
Mm-hmm.
grow up into that unshakable bond, and it go on and on. Like, they basically build the foundation in the beginning,
Right.
and as time go on for each generation, it just a glue that's attached to the original foundation. So in the beginning, you will like deal with the messiness because you're in the process of building that foundation
Right.
and whatever it is that you do. So just be patient with it, because I know there's a lot of people out there right now that's building the foundation, whether you start your own business, whether you in school, no matter what it is that you're doing out there in the world. I know you building a foundation, and it may be messy, but it's not gonna last forever. Learn everything you need to learn on this process,
Mm-hmm.
on this journey, on this path that God have for you,
Right.
and just keep on going, because it's gonna be all right.
Right. It'll always, and it always work out. It always work out for you, because some stuff you'll look back 3, 4 months from now and be like, that really wasn't that big of a deal.
Right.
You know what I'm
Sometimes
saying?
it'd be 5 minutes for me. I look and be like, well, I'm at the point now where I'm trying to not get agitated as bad.
I'm
Like,
still
when
working
things
on it.
happen, I just start taking a deep breath, and then I talk about it to somebody.
Right.
So
I have to let it manifest in my head. I know a lot of that's it. It may sound crazy, but for me, I have to let it manifest in my head, whether if it's good or bad. Like, and deal with. I gotta check my emotions before I start letting them come out. To some people, it may look like something is truly wrong. Something may be wrong, but my process is checking my emotions from to I gotta check my own emotions before I do what I did in the past and just disperse them out.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And now that's a whole nother situation. You know what I mean? Like, I try to check on whether if it's anger or whether if it's sadness, whether if it's hurt. I gotta keep them in, and then like you say, I gotta talk to somebody. Mostly V, cause she'll put it in perspective from somebody else side, or just put it in perspective to where she letting me know you being way too hard on yourself. It wasn't that serious. It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So it's still a work in
I like
progress.
today how
Yeah.
you actually was right of the direction.
Yeah.
It's just that something else just happened, and
Maybe
it
it was a mental clout. You know what I'm
so
saying? Maybe it was things that was going on. Sometimes that also happen. Your mental
you
is
can't have too much going on
going
at
on
one
in your
At
time.
one
head,
time.
because if you do, it's go that could break your foundation a little bit.
Right,
Like,
it could mess with it a
it
little
It'll
could
bit.
mess.
shake it.
Yeah.
It could
It'll
shake
shake
it.
your
It could
foundation.
shake it. It can't break it, because God is your foundation. But He understands you still gotta come to Him and talk to Him,
Hmm.
because that path that you on, that you walk in, that process that you going through, He's the number one source, the main source that you're
Right.
supposed to always lean on in all of it. That's where you gotta make it better, and that's how you start finding the gift in your detour of your process. Basically, your mess ups. Basically, when you feel like you failed repeatedly over and over again. Now it's, what lessons did I learn from this mess up? What lessons did I learn from failing in this area? What lessons is the lessons? When you mess up, you, like we was saying earlier with the podcast, there's a lot of stuff that all of us messed up on. But as we went on, we learned lessons on top of lessons, and now we growing in a better direction towards to make those a lot better. You know what I mean? Like, we
Hmm.
making it a lot better than what it was in the beginning, because it was a lot of things, whether it was missing a press record here, or whether if it was missing to say something, or whether we didn't did, I'm gonna be real with y'all, we didn't did a whole podcast about 2 times and had to throw it away because something went totally wrong in the whole
Hmm.
process. But it was a lesson.
That
It
was
was,
basically something trying to shake our foundation.
uh-huh, and that was the gift, because it was like, okay, make sure we hit this. Okay, maybe we need to start this process. Maybe
Hmm.
you start finding the little, and it don't even be big things you need to change. It could be something so small that'll make a whole big old picture clear.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just finding the small gifts that could become the big gifts.
Because a lot of time the gifts, a lot of people will feel like it's a problem.
Right.
And I am truly working on it right now. Like when something go wrong, I don't focus on the problem. I kind of been doing it, but it's at this point like I didn't understand what I was doing and why I should have done it. But now that I understand, the more you focus on the negative, the problem, and all that type of stuff, it starts to consume you. So I try my hardest when whatever happened, like how you just said with the episodes. The first time, I was upset to the fault, like, damn, man, I really did forget the. Because it's so much. You got to hit record on this camera, hit record on that camera, hit record on this camera, hit record on this camera, hit record on the mics, press the thing on the computer. So in your
Right.
mind, you really trying to remember all
Right.
that.
And
But
all
then
that
I
is,
built the system and it helped me along the way. So when it happened like the second or the third time, we was like, okay, so we just know we gotta re-record again. We put the thing back in the hat and we record it whenever it come up again.
Right, that's just how it is. I feel like everything God do, He do for a reason. Maybe that was just something that we needed to get off our chest towards each other and
Right.
talk about it, and then maybe it go on
I ain't
camera.
think of it that way.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's different. It's gifts all in everything you go through in life, whether like with the cooking with moms. Even when I'm not gonna just use her because we cook too. We cook, but she mostly cook and she mostly cook. I cook sometimes, but that's another subject.
but what I was gonna say was, and sometimes like say like just like y'all talking about the episodes we did do, and we couldn't push them because something a button forgot to get pushed or somebody phone interrupted or what have you, and we couldn't use that.
Right.
Sometimes I felt like that's a message God wants to come out at another time.
Right.
Cause
True.
and I felt like both of them. We felt so good at how they was everything that we was saying and everything, but it's just I feel like that wasn't the message God wanted us to let go right there at that time. And when you do something and then don't come out right, don't it shouldn't. I used to do it a long time ago, but I learned that I said, you know what, is a reason behind it. God got
Right.
a reason why He didn't want this to happen, or if this happened. Like even like sometimes when y'all, if coming up or anytime y'all, if something got happened or something got broke or something, I always tell y'all that's materialistic stuff. We not stressing over that. Let's clean it up and move on. So you just need. He wants you to just keep going because if you focus, you shouldn't just focus on like you said when you editing or something and something go wrong and stuff. He wants you to probably get up, take a walk away from it, and come sit right back down in that chair. And
Right.
he done fixed it. He gonna fix it for you, and you gonna get there and you gonna do just what he wants you to do.
Right.
You ever went through something or did something and you'll be like, when you walk away and come back, and it be like it be fixed. You be like, that wasn't
You do
nothing.
one thing. You do one thing
Right.
and it's right there. All you can say is thank you, Lord.
Right, right. That part is like God. He just wants you to come and talk to him. What you gonna do? You gonna keep sitting there complaining about it, nagging on it, or you gonna come to me and say, "Please show me the answer. Let
That's
me
the
know."
same.
That's a part of your foundation because now you have somebody to go and talk to.
Right.
God is always
He
there
the center
listening.
of everything in our
Right,
life.
he's
Like,
always there listening. So when stuff go wrong, that don't mean give up on it and throw it away and be like, oh, I'm done. No, that
No,
means step back, breathe,
breathe.
go talk to God, pray on it, sit down, meditate on it. Yeah, it's a long process in all of it because he ain't gonna just come. Sometimes it do come to you like that, but he ain't gonna just come to you and be like, this is what you should do, my child. No, you gotta sit there and sit with a quiet mind so you could hear what he's trying to tell you. And before you know it,
You
you gonna be like, huh, okay, this is what I'm gonna try. And when you go back and try it, what happened? It worked. And then you be
that's
like,
that's almost like you ever go to you look for something. Now you know where you put it, but you go to that spot and you look and stuff. I didn't got to the point where you know what I walk away now. I say, okay, Lord Jesus, I don't know where it's at, but when you ready for me to use it, or you ready for me to have
right,
it,
right.
you'll put it in my face. And sometimes you could go. do something, and maybe a day later or an hour later, go right back to one of the spots you looked in. It's sitting right there,
Because it's when he wanted you
wanted
to
you to.
find.
He didn't want you to
I
have it
feel
at
the
that
same way
time.
when mama used to say, look in the pantry and reach me this. And you been in that pantry for 15 minutes, like,
And then you don't want to go back to her and be like, I don't know where it's at. Because you
she'll always say,
come right
y'all
to
don't
it.
never find none. I tell y'all exactly where it's at. Y'all still don't see it. And she'll come right there, exactly where I told y'all that. And you be sitting there like, it was not there when I was looking.
Right. It be looking right in your face like I'm right here and the whole while you looking everywhere. It be
Yep.
And so, or maybe at that point, it didn't want us to find it. Sis, I'm going to take what she said. It didn't want us to find it. It wanted her to come and
Come
get
and
it.
get it. Or sometimes it's just not at that time. God wants to put your hand on it. He wants.
Girl.
That's not, and you just have to believe it. Sometimes I just walk away. Then maybe, like I said, an hour later, whatever, go right back looking for it and go right to one of the spots. Now, I know I done looked there 15 times, but it wasn't there. It come right there, and it's right there.
and it also comes with a clouded mind because when she
Yes.
used to send us there, I used to be like, man, because if I go back, she gonna be like, I can't send y'all to look for nothing. If it was a snake, it would have bit you, and you had to hear all that. I'm like, I don't want to hear that, so I'm gonna find it, and still couldn't find it. And she'll come, I still be like, let me go call her and say, Ma, I can't find it, and she'll come right to it and find it. I'd be like, now you know I was standing right here the whole time, and that thing
Right.
was right there in my face. It's because your mind is clouded. One, because you scared what others go see. Two, it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on in your head. Like today, I was driving. I missed the whole turn. I'm my eyes is on the road, but I made the wrong turn due to my mind had so much going on up here. So I had to now go bust a whole U-turn. Now I still have to come back to where I was at, but it would have been easier if I would have been paying heavy attention to the directions that was on the phone. Now I
Right.
made my trip a little, even though it was a minute longer. It's just, and yeah, it's to some people it's just a minute longer, but sometimes that's just lessons when your mind is clouded with so much stuff. It's gonna happen. You gonna mess up. You human at the end of the day. You going through your emotions, but don't be scared to go and say, God, just lead me to where you want this to go, because in your process is so much stuff you go encounter, you go run across, you go mess up on, you go do, and some mess ups you go do it repeatedly over and over again until you finally get it. That's why you go keep messing up. He go keep giving you the same test but showing it in different ways
Right.
to see how you go do.
And we encounter, everyone in the world encounter problems. That's
Yep.
basically finding your gift and your detour. The detour is the problem.
Hmm.
The problem, the problem shouldn't last that long, because if you manifest in it for a long time, you're not gonna never find a solution. That's the gift. So you trying to find the solution in the problem,
Hmm.
so you could keep moving forward. Like how you just said, you was a minute away, and it made it 2 minutes away when you missed your stop. You could either complain, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
or you could be like, okay, shoot, I missed my turn. Let me go ahead and see where I can make a U-turn at,
Right.
and let's go.
Right.
Or you can complain the whole way. No matter how you look at it, you still got to take that same route. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could either make it stressful or stress free.
Right.
So,
I like that.
and finding your when a detour come, you could either make it hard on yourself, or you could look at it and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is what I did.
Hmm.
Okay, I didn't see this. That's why this did this to me. And you go on and you make it better. Because if you manifest your mind constantly into the negative space, guess what happens? The negative space start consuming you. It starts off, it's like a battery. It starts off at 1%, then 5%, then 20%. And that negative space just keep on going till one day you wake up and you realize you just walk in negativity. But
It
the
could-
flip side of it, you could be walking positivity.
Right.
But it all starts on you. So
Right.
when a detour come, it's on you to figure out which path you want to take.
Right. Because he already know which one you gonna take.
He sure do.
He know before you could even think about taking it. He know, but you have to, like she said, in that detour, you have to find your gifts. And then sometimes all detours is not a bad detour. It's not. It don't mean when you have basically. I think what goes on in our some people mind when it don't go the way we see it, we think, oh, that's it. I can't do this no more. Whole while when it go this way, it's beauty in that because it's like now you like, okay, God, I see what you was talking about. Like I see you, or
And he
like you say,
probably
you
detoured
make
you that way
right.
because you was about to go the wrong way, so he changed in and took you the right way.
Right, or it could be the people you run across. It may be
Right.
somebody in that detour, and that wasn't a mistake for you. It felt like it was a mistake, but to God, He knew how He was gonna put you on that detour, so you could run across this person. You know what I'm saying? To make this situation happen. I seen something where it was saying, and we talk about it all the time. All of us have a purpose to be here on this earth. And all of our purpose is basically to touch somebody else with what God touched us with, to put out there.
Right.
Because you never know what you may say, what you may do, the trajectory of how it's going to change a life that come behind you. We was watching The Flash, and with the young lady told Iris on there. I read your article, and I was just a troubled teenager. But when I read your article a few years ago, that changed my whole path of
Right.
life. That's what it's about. Like, I'm not saying we sitting up here and we like, oh, we gonna change the world with the things that we say, but you never know what soul may see it and may be thinking one way and may say, I ain't see it that way because I know it didn't happen to me. I didn't watch so many different motivational speakers and preachers on TV to be like, right, I ain't think of it like that.
Right.
So you never know what your so when God lays something on your heart and He put it in your process, trust that because that's for you to do. You have to follow that. I know people didn't say, I know a lot of us didn't heard it. The richest grave is the I say the richest grave. The richest place in the world is the graveyard because so many people had dreams and things God put on their hearts. He had the process for them set up and everything, but they chose another path, and that never happened. And then now it was a ripple effect because what they were supposed to do was supposed to change the trajectory of what this person's life was supposed to move like. Now they didn't went on a whole other path because you never started what you were supposed to start. So I would tell
You know
anybody,
what? I ain't never thought about that like that.
yeah. So everything
We
you
talk
do,
about that a lot.
we talk about that because you think about it like,
Me and Lee,
Like
we talk
the-
about that a lot.
right? Like think about all the gospel music that been put out, and it touch. Like for instance, you our mom, and I always talk about how you listen to Kirk Franklin and stuff like that. We singing these songs, but V with Michael, we singing these songs, and it's Heal the World and Man in the Mirror and Kirk Franklin with Conqueror and Smile and stuff like that. Them words start manifesting up here.
It's planting a seed.
It's planting its seeds up here. So now when Kurt Frank, what's how that song go? Even when I hurt, see I smile. How many of us done smile through hurt? You gotta smile through your pain, even when you be like, and it don't be, and it's like everybody when people smiling and they hurting, it's not fake. That's just they natural. That's why when people that right, like
mechanism.
I done been told, you always smiling and laughing. You have a beautiful spirit. You know what I tell people? That's all God. That ain't me.
Right.
Because without Him, that ain't me.
Or
'Cause
when they say you look younger than your age, I
all
like
God.
that's God.
That's all Him. Because He have a certain path. You know how many people I didn't heard so much stuff like basically, man, I ain't think of it when you said it like that. I ain't think of it that way. You know what? When you said that, I tried this and this is how it went. That's not me bragging on myself. That's the seeds that God wanted me to tell to that particular person. Because I could have told it to a whole nother person and it wasn't meant for them.
Right.
They ain't
I
gonna get
realized
it.
that too in life. Like speaking on what you just said, you'll have a conversation with different people,
Right.
and the Lord will lay something on your heart to different people.
Mm-hmm.
And what I have noticed, because I have talked to you about it, I was like, things He have told me to tell different people. I look at the people who, no disrespect, I love my family, but I look at a lot of family members, and it'll be stuff He'll lay on my heart, and I tell it to them, but they find criticism in everything I say or whatever. But then out here, it's certain people I told stuff to, because it was just the Lord. And I'm seeing how these people is prospering.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, okay, you could look at me and be like, okay, but you not prospering. It's not my season. When it's my season,
It'll happen. It's gonna happen.
he gonna make sure. But I'm not gonna call names, but two people I used to work with, I had a conversation with them, and I see how their life is.
Mm.
Somebody when Pudgy was in school, and he was saying he was moving his son because it was dealing with football, and I was like, the Lord just told me to tell him you should switch him to cornerback because the way he run the ball, I was like, if he
Safety.
yeah, safety. That's what I said. I said the way he run the ball, he catch it. Who on offense go stop him? And soon as he did that switch, and he was like, man, my son, because he wound up going to college. He was like, it was you. It was you. You the reason why. He said, I tell people all the time, in the whole while, it was never me. It was the Lord laid that on my heart to tell him. Because I really never seen him really run the ball like that because he wasn't getting the playing time. But
Right.
soon as he switched, and it was like I was saying, the kid that I was working with, and I was like, just focus your time on your dream. And we would have those conversations, and before you know it, that's what he did. And when he showed me how successful he was after so many conversations, I'm like, that's the Lord.
Right.
He will show you because even though you meant to give certain things to people, at first I was like, I used to beat myself up like, man, what is wrong? Like, I see it in them, but the whole while what he showed me was you could give somebody the message, everybody not gonna receive it, but he had to put me in places where people did receive the message, and now I see where their lives are at
Mm-hmm.
now. So the whole while the message that he bring through me to tell others, it was never that I was giving the message wrong. It was to show me that the message was always true. But you gonna have some people who believe and some people who don't believe.
But that's just life.
That
Because
is life.
when you think about it in that sense, you got people who believe in God. You got people who don't. You got people who believe in Jesus. You got people who don't. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
didn't heard the craziest thing. Jesus wasn't nothing but a supernatural human being. When I heard that, I was like, huh, okay.
Sometimes
I know where you at.
right,
And
right.
it's no judgment on you. It's no judgment on anybody that feel
You
like
could
that.
have a discussion, but if you feel like the discussion is going nowhere because their mind is already wrapped up into what they've
When
been
you see
told,
one way.
you just have to let people believe whatever
Yes.
they go believe because
And in your process, you can't just see one way. You have to see multiple ways. You
right.
have to hear other people point of views. You have to let God lead you down paths, because if you got a one vision for your process, for
Mm-hmm.
your dreams, it's go not it's probably gonna
It's
be
gonna be shaky.
hard. It's gonna be shaky, and it's gonna be hard for you to succeed, because it's different things you have to learn along the way for your process to actually work. But when you see it one way,
And
and
don't
all
want
you
to take
have your
advice.
mindset on is that one way, it's gonna be hard for you. And then you gonna be like, man, I've been doing this for 2, 3, 4 years, and I ain't
Because
nothing
you need
really
to have
changing.
an open mind
Yep.
to
Your
want to know, learn more about what you're doing than just staying stuck in your ways and I'm gonna do it this way. When the whole while you should be learn. God sending the message
right.
to you to learn to do
Mm-hmm.
it hit this way. but you want to stick in your old way.
Right. So the message to you guys on today is trust your process, believe in your dreams, let God lead you down the path that He wants you to walk.
Right.
Not that one path,
Path.
all
Both
the
the
paths,
paths.
because you have to continuously grow and learn and get comfortable with what you're going through. It's going to not always come in the way you want it, but it's going to come in the way He already planned it out to be. So go ahead and chase for y'all dreams. Thank you guys for watching our episode 3 Hearts 1B on trusting the process. And leave a comment, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the very next episode. Peace.